Good, good.
Well, happy Thursday evening to all you fine folks out there on the World Wide Web, Facebook and YouTube. And you're watching live, and it is January the 30th, 2025. You're watching live Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show coming to you live here on Facebook and YouTube. How about doing us a great big favor? If you're watching on Facebook, reach over and hit the like button, hit the share button, and share our broadcast on your page with all of your friends and your family, and let them know that you love Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Also, don't forget, we're on the big YouTube, Dirt Road Sports YouTube channel. All of the episodes archived in living color, and you can find them right there on YouTube. And it's a great Thursday night, a little bit warmer tonight than it was last Thursday night. So we welcome you to our broadcast tonight as we are live and in color here with you tonight. Going to have a great time tonight. Have no idea what we're going to do, but we'll know once we finish what we're going to do. Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to you live tonight from our studio at Enterprise, Georgia, our studio at 100% Flamingo Boulevard, Georgia, our studio at Thompsontown, Georgia, and that studio at turn number 3 at the old Rocket Speedway in Dothan, Alabama, live all across the great United States of America and in foreign countries where it is legal and illegal for us to broadcast. Coming to you live in all 57 states, 5 foreign countries, 4 sunken islands, and live and proud in the great state of Baker County, Georgia. And we welcome all of our friends and family from up in the greater metropolitan Baker County area. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the truth and nothing but the truth, and places you will only hear it right here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Coming to you live. Listen, if you do not subscribe to Common Sense Thinking, conservative Judeo Christian principalities, and you just ain't got good level headed thinking, you probably need to go on and turn the channel. Get it off. Cut it off. Get you take your laptop and you store it in the fireplace. If that'll be better for you right there, because you'll get just as much satisfaction as you will be to hang around here with us. But if you're here for truth and you're here for conservative principles and you don't mind getting your feet stepped on or your toes stepped on and your feelings hurt, then you probably be in the right place tonight. All right, boys. Got a brand new big screen. Brand new.
Uh-oh.
First time ever. First time ever that we've had this big screen. Never had it before. Never actually reached this far up into Georgia. We are generally we cover only southwest Georgia. We're getting over into south central Georgia.
Go
With this.
ahead.
Let me all that wait for all that squeaking door noise to quit all that.
I'm sorry. I had something I had to tend to right there.
Yeah.
Have you done your big screen yet, Marvin?
No, I was waiting, but you do need to do something. We need to oil your door hinges, I think.
I need you to come over here and put me some new doorknobs on so I can shut my door so my cat can't run all the way back to the back there and get heated out. Stay 3 days and 4 nights back there. But
You what, Marvin?
yeah, I hadn't seen that. You talking about all over the great state of Baker County? I see we got one client there, Clay McDaniel. He's tuned in every week. But the mayor of Cheevatown, I have not heard from the Cheevatown mayor here lately. But that's a great place in Baker County. That it's kind of a tourist location, tourist spot for people who know what it is. So. If you really want to go somewhere and spend a great weekend, go to Cheevatown and Baker County, and you can find somebody that'll open the door and let you in. But, don't go pulling up in a Cheevatown with a Joe Biden and Kamala Harris sticker on your car.
No, that wouldn't be smart.
Oh,
But hey, look here, you can go to the 12th. And you can pull up in the 12th down there, get you, Queen. Yeah.
But you better not cross that line.
But
Don't get on the other side of the road.
But if you pull into the 12th down there now, you better have your lock on your gas cap.
Yeah.
And you folks from Baker County, y'all know who I'm talking about. Oh, Lord.
Well, hey guys, we're live tonight over in South Central Georgia, Oliver's. We are live at Oliver's tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Oliver's online hitchhiking correspondence lessons.
How much does that cost, Marvin?
$99 a month, all you can learn. Oliver's online hitchhiking correspondence lesson. Oliver's one-legged overall outlet. And Oliver's obesity awareness training taught online by Stacey Abrams and Bird.
Hey, man, boy, there ain't no way we can top that one. Hey, we just want to switch it off. It's over with for tonight. Already for Marvin tonight.
Go back to that last one, please, and rewind to that. I didn't hear the whole last part.
All right, Oliver's in Ocilla, Georgia.
Ocilla.
The last one is obesity awareness training taught by Stacey Abrams and Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
And you get all that for $99 a month.
No, that's just the online hitchhiking correspondence lessons.
The whole
course.
Yeah. You get that whole course, not everything else, just the hitchhiking.
No.
This is a la carte.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Is there any continuing education to go with the hitchhiking courses?
Yeah, that's $29, and you got a week to complete it.
You got to renew every year.
Renew once a year. Yeah, but hey, listen, he is the one-legged overall outlet king. If you ain't got but one leg, that is
He's your man.
overalls. That is it, man. He is right there in the heart of Ocilla, Georgia.
I need to get a hold of Uncle Dykes. I need to get Uncle Dykes to go down there and
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the one that burn his pig leg on half off.
You know, he could change the name. He could change the name from one-legged overhaul to stump hole overhaul. that would be the brand, stump hole. Stump hole overhaul.
Have you ever seen a one-legged men in overalls?
I'm trying to think. Now I've seen some one-armed men in some overalls.
Yeah,
I've seen a
I have, yeah.
the one armed man that could roll a Prince Albert cigarette. He had one arm.
Yeah.
He was in a truck. He turned the old truck over and tore his arm off. I think it was his left arm. He had it hanging out the door there, tore it off, and he'd get his sleeve of his shirt. He'd lay that
Yeah.
Prince Albert paper in there, and he'd dump that in there like that. He'd make him a little cuff right there in his where he put that Prince Albert paper in there, that rolling paper. And he twist it all around you. He then have that thing in there. He'd strike him a match with his thumb. He'd be smoking that Prince Albert.
Yeah, I ain't never. That cigarette be so wet. I didn't figure no way in the world he'd ever light. But
They
he
lied
didn't
it.
live
They
with
lied it. And you know they always talk. They'd have it bobbing all the time. You know, they didn't want to have it, but they were scared it'd fall apart. And once it got in that mouth, it was there. And I know a lot of you people probably watching up in Mark They ain't never seen nobody smoking Prince Albert cigarette. You've seen them smoke plenty of weed if you there. Basically about the same thing. And they never passed it around. I never seen y'all ever see anybody pass Prince Albert cigarette around?
Never have.
Yeah, take a pull on this. It's staying in that mouth. It's right there. And that slobber be running out all over right here.
Smoke the whole cigarette, never take it out of the mouth.
Yeah, but I see some of y'all that tuned in and know what I'm talking about.
They smoke the whole cigarette, never take it out of the mouth.
Yeah. You might need to do a correspondence on this yourself, Floyd. Might make some money.
Somebody may get the idea to do it.
Yes, yes, sir.
Hey, Floyd, let's think about that. The art of rolling a Prince Albert cigarette. That'd be a good book.
Do they still?
We need to look that up online and or find some pictures of it. But I got the picture in my head. I just see Frank called my daddy smoked Prince Albert cigarette. And he had a good friend, Mr. Blackshire Harry, that smoked Prince Albert cigarettes. And I drag off with them. They'd go down they'd sell watermelons. They'd peddle watermelons and peaches and things, during the summertime down folks around Quincy and Hayvine and Adipose and all down there. And I would ride in the truck, the old pickup truck with them there with no air conditioning. The windows was down and they was smoking. Each one of them had a Prince Albert cigarette going. Fire going everywhere, man. Fire flashing, throwing holes all in my shirt. One time one landed in my hair up there and swinged my hair. And I smelled it. That was some fun times, though. Yeah, hey, very few people experience that when they like that. But I do.
They were not worried about you having secondhand smoke either.
There wasn't no such thing as secondhand smoke.
And I tell you something else too. You would make them mad. You'd hurt their feelings if you offered them a regular rolled cigarette like out of pack. If it didn't cut no Prince Albert, they didn't want it. A man that smoked Prince Albert cigarettes, he wasn't gonna come by none out of no carton.
He wasn't gonna get no ready rolls. No. And see, they give the papers away with Prince Albert smoking tobacco. You get free papers with it, and they didn't have to buy no. They didn't have to buy no. What's them papers they call now? Tops or all kind of different papers they got now. He knew it was Prince Albert paper, Prince Albert tobacco. I had in a big old can, had a big old round can. You open it up, it had a little old lever thing on it where you could pry that lid off of it, and you could get you some fresh tobacco out there. And because now my daddy didn't never buy a big can. He'd always buy a little can, a little flat can,
Yeah, smoking tobacco. Yeah, they put it in the pocket.
Put it in the pocket. Bill, the overall bill food,
right
anything, y'all. I've told y'all this story, but I'm going to tell it to you again. Back when I was young, my dad had a little 8-inch Ford tractor with two little 14-inch bottom plows behind it. And it was new ground. A lot of it, he had cleared it up. He hadn't owned it long, hadn't owned the field that long. And he cleared up and pulled stump roots up. But it was new ground. And in the little old bottom plow, little old 8-inch Ford had a little 2 14-inch plows on it. It had a shear pin in it. Gentlemen, this was before your automatic reset. But anyway, we'd be going along there, and pow, that little lady. I was standing up on the running board down there, had a hold of him, standing on the running board. He was driving with a Prince Albert cigarette in his mouth, driving that little 8-inch Ford, and we'd hit that stump, that root, and it tripped that. He'd stop. And he'd go back there wherever he knew where the stump was, where the root was back there. And it had a little toolbox on the fender there. He had sticks of dynamite in the toolbox on the tractor. And he had rolled up in his bill above his overall, he had him some fuses and he had some dynamite caps. See, dynamite ain't gonna go off unless you got a cap. You got to have something. You got to have an explosion to make dynamite explode. Like so, the goat on Andy Griffith, there's no way that the goat gonna
Could
go
have
off.
exploded.
So y'all can take
They
that out of your
they
vocabulary or
thought
out
he
of your
had though.
reticular system. It was a good show. But anyway, he'd get out and he'd get his dynamite. And sometimes he had a whole stick, sometimes he just had a half stick. How big the stump was. And he'd get down there and he'd dig him a hole out under there and he'd stick that cap. He'd stick that cap, have that cap right there on the end of that dynamite, and he'd stick that fuse down in there, and then he'd take his teeth and he'd crimp that cap to that dynamite fuse. It'd be about that long. Dynamite fuse would be about that long. Anyway, he'd stick that cap down in that dynamite, get out and light the dynamite. We'd take off on the old 8N Ford. We'd take off going. And I'm looking at that where that dynamite was. I'm keyed in on it the whole time. I'm zoned in. I don't know. In a little while, a minute or so, 3 minutes later, you hear some boom, you hear like a big thud, and then you see that stump. Man, they'd come flipping upside the ground, turning somerset. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world I'd ever seen. I'm gonna tell you another dynamite story. He kept dynamite up under those shelter out there, dynamite caps and fuse. And anyway, I know better than the fool with the dynamite at the cap, but we had a fireplace in the house, and it had like a wood screen over it, like that, kind of a plywood screen over it. In the summertime, keep it closed up. I found me a piece of fuse about that long. I got it anyway. I got it. Got me some matches everywhere in the house. Anybody smoke, fresh out cigarette, matches everywhere. So I got my match. I lit the fuse. Mama was in the kitchen cooking in there. She was stirring up something to eat. She was cooking anyway. I lit that fuse up under that little board thing there over the fireplace. Hey, Mom, come here. Well, she come in there and she seen that. She snatched that board back out of the way and seen that wasn't nothing but a piece of fuse down there. You know, it was gonna be a big joke. You know, it turned out so dang funny for me.
Something exploded.
Mhm.
Something exploded, didn't it, Floyd? But it wasn't
It
that
blowed
dynamite.
up, man. It blowed up. See about Richie blowed up. So it wouldn't hold shucks. I'm telling you when
But
that deal was over with.
you know,
But
you had to
anyway,
be careful.
huh?
Folks used to fish with dynamite, you know,
Yeah.
and they
Mm-hmm.
throw dynamite, but you had to be careful when you're doing that, Moped, to make sure you ain't got no Labrador Retriever with you when
Mm-hmm.
you throw that stick of dynamite out there in that water.
No.
Yeah,
He'll bring it back to you.
bring
Won't
it
Mm.
back.
Is
Yeah,
it illegal to do that? Is it illegal
not
to
if you
fish?
don't get caught.
They
If
I
do
ain't never, I
frown
don't like
upon
that.
it.
I ain't never eaten
if
no dynamited fish. Have you ever eaten a dynamited fish? Even y'all, either one of y'all? I ain't. I
I
don't
have
think I've
Not
ever
that I
eaten.
know of.
I never have,
It's,
but
it, it's, I've never seen nobody do it, if you will.
well, we could try it. I mean, cause if they catch us, all we gotta do call Billy Shanger. We get out of it. We
I
call
It,
him.
see it.
it's a done deal. Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, while you mention him, we need to do an advertisement, Queasel. Go ahead
Well,
and
I
take.
just gave him an advertisement. That's all he gets.
that's right. Yeah,
Just said,
yeah,
I just said he could get you out
yeah.
of
He got to.
dynamite
Yeah,
fishing.
he got to
Fishing
ante
down
up.
there. All that kind of fishing y'all do, that dynamite fishing down there. You throw that dynamite out there in the water. Some folks like to get them there electric things and turn that thing and twist it and plug it up and electrocute them. That's for folks that can't catch them on a hook. I can catch them on a hook. But if you was to do any of that kind of stuff, that's the man you need to know. 229-524-1225. He is certified in all game warden laws. He can get you out of hunting over bait. He can get you out of killing too many birds. He can get you out of catching too many fish. He can get you out of speeding in a no wake zone. Anything to do with the fishing law, he is he is the man you need to know. He is the lawyer emeritus, is what he is when it comes to them game laws. And he is your DUI central headquarters. He's home this week. They hadn't seen him anywhere. Trump hadn't needed him yet this week, so he's at home. If you got a need for a lawyer, if you need a divorce, if you need to buy some land, if you need to get a will, any of that stuff you need for the lawyer, this is your man, Shingler Law, 229-524-1225. give him a call.
Hey, and he's got a special right now this month, coming up the month of February. For each DNR case that you contract with him to get you out of, you get one free notary public service done for you.
Oh
Man,
boy,
that's good. That's good
As
coming
long
from
as you're giving
him.
anything away free, good. Now
Yeah,
I
that's a
agree.
blessing right there.
yeah,
I mean,
that's good. So,
Mark got one up.
Mm.
it's,
Well, boys, what about Trump's finished his first week in office? What are your thoughts?
well, here's something I think. I saw this today. I thought this was pretty good. I was gonna send it to you, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I'm gonna have to read it to you. Let me find it right here. Uh, in the year 4004 BC, before Christ, 4004 through the year 2020 after death, there was two genders.
Mm-hmm.
The year 2021 after death to 2024 after death, there was 73 genders. Presently, there's back to two genders. I thought that was
That's a
pretty.
good job.
Elon
That's a
Musk
good
said
history
that.
lesson right there. I wonder if he
That,
had
that-
picked
that-
this up.
that's good. That's
A
I
good
good.
thought they
history
would
lesson.
just that's worth mentioning right there. 73 different ways you could be a man or a woman or a it or a
Combination
he
of
it or
any of
whatever you are.
See,
You know, that's amazing, ain't it?
ain't nothing like fools. Ain't no way, and you don't ever think you're gonna figure out what a fool is gonna do next.
And that
no,
just proves right there you can take one idiot and mess up history.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
One idiot. You know, he knows more than God because
Mm-hmm.
God's done it that way. Uh, I think he just made Adam and Eve, and then it's been he male and she male ever since then till 2020, and then in 2020 there was 73 different genders, or 2021. I'm sorry,
yeah.
2021 through 2024 there was 73 different genders.
And every one of them every one of them is on disability. If they
Yeah,
got that dystopia about them, every one of them is on a disability. They disabled.
but that just goes to show you, I man, I don't know. I don't know. Four
It's
more years in the United. 4 more years of that mess, United States have been gone.
They would be
it
gone.
would have.
We'd have had to go to church. We'd have had to dig a hole and hide in a cave somewhere or something or other to go to church. Both especially if we go worship Jesus. They wouldn't have had 4 more years. They wouldn't have had that. They would not have allowed that. We'd all be in jail.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
know what's amazing is that, man, the liberals they are going absolutely crazy on social media. I mean, they
Oh
just
yeah.
can't. I mean, they absolutely cannot stand it.
well, I
Bless
can't
their
think of a
hearts.
better bunch of people out that that I'd rather be mad. And
What did Obama say?
I
He
don't
gonna
know.
he gonna transform America, fundamentally transform
Just
America.
fundamentally,
He
systematically transform America.
Well,
gonna
he tried for
fundamentally
12
transform
years.
America. He's the reason we got all this mess now.
Yeah, he
Him,
tried
it
for
lays
12
at
years.
his feet, and all them stupid people that voted for him. It's at Barack Hussein Obama's feet that he started this mess. We wouldn't have no Joe Biden if we hadn't had Barack Hussein Obama. But he
Did
done
y'all?
it, and Biden was stupid enough to throw stuff out there. Biden's the one that first pitched the deal out there about the same-sex marriage deal. He pitched it out there. Obama told him to get on TV and let's see how this is gonna fly. And man, it did. It worked. Because Biden didn't have no sense. He ain't never had no sense. No way. He's been a grifter and a bully his whole life, a loudmouth loser his whole life, and that's what he is. That's what he is. He showed up now, a loser.
Well, he all he was after was a dollar. He didn't care about nothing
Yeah, he
else.
didn't care about nothing else. He didn't.
Didn't
I
care
tell you one thing.
nothing.
I tell you one thing. You're gonna have trouble peddling now. Number one, they ain't got the big guy no more that can swing deals that give stuff to China, and Iran, and people like that. And poor Hunter Biden, I don't know how he's gonna make a living. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Now that boy's gonna be.
Mm,
His art is worth nothing. It is
Take
absolutely. He can't even
They
buy.
got
He can't sell enough paints now to buy cocaine. That's shaking.
man, they got enough. They got enough millions hid back.
It's yeah.
They ain't even. They ain't
I,
even worried about it.
I guarantee your mama knows where Elva dollars
Yeah,
at.
Dr. Jill knows where it's at.
You think she
Mm-hmm.
did?
That's who I'd go
She
after if I
did.
was all them congressmen and suppose the Justice Department or Pam Bondi if they'll ever confirm her. That's who I'd go after. I'd go after Jill. I don't think he gave Jill a pardon. I'd
He
go
did.
after her. You do not think for 1 minute that woman, that conniving woman, is allowing Joe and Hunter Biden to control the money.
No.
Y'all just look at her and listen to her for a little while.
Yeah.
Watch the movements. She is not allowing them two losers to control the money. And she knows where it's at. They don't even know where it is.
Mm-mm.
Joe don't.
Haven't.
She knows, and that's who they ought to go after. Because he didn't give her a pardon. He didn't give
Nope.
her a blanket. And he can't do it now. He's gone.
It's over.
And I doubt Donald Trump would.
I don't think Trump's going to give him no pardon. I
No.
think he's just putting down. Trump may pardon some more folks. They probably will. But I don't think he's going to. I think they off the list.
Yeah, I don't think her name's on the list.
Yeah, the Biden family's off that list. Charlie, tell them.
Oh, yeah. So Wing Meats, folks, locally produced beef, locally produced products in general is what you'll find a lot of. That's the Wing Meat Company. Look at those sausage. Look at that. Ooh, ooh. They do their own sausage, smoked sausage. They got patty sausage. Any cut of beef you can imagine, and some exotic cuts you don't normally see. Plus, you'll find great rubs, great gift ideas. It's all at Sawega Meats. One of the latest things they've added at the Headland store is bread and dinner rolls, folks. As good as you'll find anywhere. All you do is warm up those rolls, something else. Go by and see them. They have got the place on 27 between Colquitt, Blakely, and of course in Headland, right next to Alabama Power Company on US 431. See them this weekend for great cuts of beef, pork. You'll also find great cheese products, Brunswick stew, just about any and every kind of casserole you'd want. It's all at Sawega Meat Company, Headland, and Colquitt, between Colquitt and Blakely.
Hey guys, Charles Pickle sent me this. Killed it today. Planting
Good
some
Ooh,
gracious.
what is it?
That's a
moccasin.
cottonmouth. That's a
Yeah.
cottonmouth right there. Man, I didn't know. I didn't
Mm,
know they was crawling this quick.
Man, a
76
snake's a
degrees.
cold-blooded. It's a cold-blooded animal. They crawl anytime. Cold-blooded don't mean nothing to no snake. They
Yeah,
crawl
the
all the
cold.
time.
They just slow down in
They
the
slow down. They
wintertime.
crawling. See,
What'd you
see that's the reason Charles got him. He was moving slow. That's how probably took him off.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't believe we have a lot of people in California that watch us.
we
I
we
don't.
don't. We
I
do
don't
not.
think so. And here's why I say that. Because all them people out there what bought them electric cars we've been telling people to stay away from. Now them electric cars has halted the whole fire cleanup. They are too
Mm-hmm.
volatile to move them. They are subject to explode and catch back on fire. And now the EPD and has stopped them. They can't clean up. They have to go around now and listen to this. Cars that are not an electric vehicle, they spray paint on the burnout hull around them, not EV, and they can move that car. But the ones that are electric can't move them.
Can't move them.
No,
Them think they'll sit there for the next 25 years, squeeze.
they said that they
Yeah.
scared that
Try to
they
get a
scared
permit to
to
move
get
it.
to shake it up in batteries that they could, and they will. They'll self ignite and self
Good.
Mm.
combust.
Now when you talk about some smart people they in California, ain't
But see, if they'd have watched us, they'd have known better.
they would
Yeah.
have.
We
You
told them.
know, all they had to do was listen to you one night saying that water will not put out electric
We
car
tried
fire.
to tell them.
We'll put it out.
Let me say hello to somebody, guys. Robert Booth owns WOPP radio station, Op, Alabama. He's watching, got the FM station as well. Robert's one of the last, in my opinion, of a dying breed that runs a small town radio station. where he gets out there every day, puts the news out there, gets one-on-one every morning with the people, and there ain't too many of those left in this
No.
world. In fact, I've said this before, say it again. If you're over that way, listen to Robert and his folks over there. There's only one station in Dothan, Alabama that has somebody in the building 24 hours a day if an emergency should break out, and that's 99.7 Wolf FM. The rest
What's the
of
guy?
them
What's
are
the call
all
letters in off? What's the call letter? Do you know what the call letters in off are?
WOPP is the AM station. He's still
Uh-huh.
got that, and he's got the FM station as well. I forget the call letters on that, but we appreciate those that are remaining like you, Robert. Same thing with our friends with the Miller County Liberal, the Abbeville Herald. There's very, very few weekly newspapers left in these small towns. They've all gone by the wayside. So if you got a chance to support them, and keep them going. That's a
Charlie,
lifeline for a lot of us.
so Charlie, none of the other stations, they're all on simulcast or and
Yeah,
automation.
some of them have morning shows, maybe, but the rest of the time they're on. Yeah, they're either on satellite or they voice track the shows.
Right. So what happens if a major emergency happens at midnight?
You
You
tell me
got one station in Dothan.
where somebody is there that can flip a switch and let you know what's going on right then.
Wow.
Yeah,
Man.
but I mean that's what it's come down to. Uh,
Yeah.
Broadcast. I saw a video the other day. A broadcast team in a major market. The woman had been there for 30 something years, and the man had been there 41 years. And the big corporation that owned it said, "We got to cut the budget, and we're gonna discontinue y'all's evening news."
Mercy.
And hired probably somebody for a third the price to come in there and read a teleprompter. And these folks have been a part of that town for 40 and 30 something years. That's
That's
the business.
That's why it's important on Thursday nights for you to tell your friends and family to tune in to Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Let me
That's
give you
right.
let me give you an impossibility before we get to Floyd's list of impossibilities, and y'all tell me if you agree with me on this. It is an impossibility that Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show will ever utilize a teleprompter.
Hey, yeah,
You got it, brother.
or a script.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Well,
we got fired from a real high non-paying job for not
Yes, we did.
reading the
Because we
script.
wouldn't read a script.
I mean, that was a
hey,
high-paying
It was.
non-paying job.
they don't read no script.
I mean,
And
By
then
the way,
they brought
I'm
in
gonna
a
share
hit,
this.
a
Me and
hit
me and
woman.
Corey and me and Marvin and Charlie was on, and I said, "What we gonna talk about tonight, Marvin?" I ain't got no clue. He said, "I don't know." And here we are. We've been on for 40 minutes talking nonstop. But
Oh,
and some of y'all may not find it interesting, but we're having a conversation. We're glad the ones that are watching find us interesting because
I,
all we do we just sharing opinions with y'all. We got opinions, viewpoints. We reflect. We done reflected.
well,
I done all that reflecting about them Prince Albert cigarettes. So we reflected on that, and now
Yeah,
we're
but
gonna revelate after a while, oh y'all.
I ain't seen you and Charlie in a week.
I know it. I know it.
I,
You
So
see
we gotta
Marvin the
have
other
something to
day.
talk about.
speaking of Marvin, one thing I got the kind of the elephant in the room after last week's episode of our little weekly get together and rat killing, if you want to call it that. That'd be a good name for it, the Dirt Road Sports Rat Killing Thursday night. How many invitations did you get, Marvin, from the Episcopal churches in the area to come preach a revival on salvation?
uh, zero. I got one email of a death threat for talking about the Episcopal.
Hey, well, yeah, you done something then, buddy.
Ah,
That's
good.
the way to do it.
Hey, it don't bother me. It don't bother me.
If you're going to make them
ZUB
mad,
is
make them
always a
mad.
great place, a wonderful person. ZUB, you talk about a good place to go get your seafood. Of course, it's Thursday night. Me and Nadine, it's shrimp night on Thursday night. And when I couldn't get her on the telephone, I tried to call her landline and I tried to call her cell phone number. Couldn't get her. I said, well, I got to go down there and check on my girl, see what's going on down there. As I was pulling in the driveway, she called me back on her cell phone. She said, what's happening, Floyd? I said, I'm pulling in your driveway right now. She said, come on in. I went in there. She said, I've been so busy. She said, I ain't had time to talk on no telephone, answer no telephone call. She said, what you want, your regular? I said, I want my regular. She had it ready for me in about 30 seconds in there. But that's the kind of service you get in there with the hometown people. And we talked a little bit earlier on the show tonight about doing business with hometown people. Do business with hometown people in your hometown. Go in there and if you don't spend but $5 with them, this $5 is just that is going to stay in your community. But do business with hometown folks, and you'll love doing business with Ziggy Beef. You'll love it. If you don't feel like cooking it, she'll steam it for you, and it'll be just right. She's got that steamer dialed in, so she knows how to do it. She don't cook it too long, and it ain't wrong when you leave there with it. You check out Ziggy Beef's Seafood Market here in Colquitt, Georgia. You will not go wrong.
Hey guys, it's that time. Trivia time on Charlie Platt, the Dirt Road Sports Show. Brought to us by our good friends at Southern Hissy Fits on the square in Colquitt, Georgia, 109 West College Street. Give them a call, or better yet, go by and see them. They're on the southwest corner of the square there on the historic square in Colquitt, Georgia. Embroidery, t-shirts, tumblers, and a whole lot more, all kind of gift items. Our good friends, Southern Hissy Fits on the square in Colquitt, Georgia. And the winner of tonight's trivia show will receive a Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show enameled car tag, licensed logoed car tag. All right, boys, here's the question. Who is this man? Who is this man? Queasel, Charlie, do you know who it is?
I don't.
Well, no, I think it's kind of out of the league because my buddy Clay Dale, way over yonder in Georgia, almost on the coast, says we're reminding him of the Rattlesnake Rodeo talking about op. And wrestler Pat Rose writes he misses the tailor-made Opry. I don't believe that fellow's ever been on the tailor-made Opry before. Do you?
I don't think so.
Huh?
Say that again. My earphone come unplugged.
Say what?
What you just said, I didn't hear none of it.
Pat, y'all remember wrestler Pat Rose that worked with me for years and years? He's up near Chattanooga, Tennessee. He watches. He said we reminding him he misses the tailor-made Opry, which a lot of people do. And that fella ain't never been on no tailor-made Opry. You just put up there on the screen. I don't think.
Carl Christmas said Bobby Goldsboro, but that ain't right.
No.
Ain't about it.
Say this, Carl Christman measured 11.5 inches of snow last week on Wednesday morning.
Oh, now I ain't never heard that. That's
Carl,
8 inches. 8 inches.
Was he on top of the horse when he measured it?
I don't know. He somewhere else. I ain't heard no lemon. It could be. I ain't arguing with Carl.
Yeah, there was a couple of places that were spotty that got 10 and 11 inches.
Babby, Alabama, between Opp and Andalusia, was the biggest in Alabama. They got 11 inches of snow over there. Now, where I went today, I went to Hope Hull, Alabama, made a run up there to Mr. Casey's place, and he said it was nothing more than a heavy frost looking up there. That's all they got. And he's probably about 20 miles southwest of Montgomery.
Tell them, Marvin, all of them's wrong. It's just done dialed in there.
They got, none of that is correct.
Show the picture again.
Yeah.
Too slick looking to be Tony Joe White.
Hey, let me give you a little bit of information here. He was born in Atlanta, Georgia.
It's not Billy Joe Royal.
Nope.
He was born in Marietta, Georgia. Go ahead.
But I will tell you this. He did have a connection to Billy Joe Royal.
I'll go further than that. He played at the Montgomery at the WBAM Big Bam show in Montgomery, Alabama. He played with that. He was of that era.
Was he a singles act?
Yeah.
Ah,
Dude, what did somebody say here? Let me see what it said.
Yep.
Not,
Jan Calhoun. Blondie Calhoun got it.
Dan Calhoun, you got it, baby.
Joe
Joe
South.
South.
yep.
He was let me read this right here. Let me find it. Where was it at? He wrote and produced pop hits for the Tams and for Billy Joe Royal, Down in the Boondocks. Number
He
9
wrote it. Mhm.
pop
You
hit
know
in
where
1965. He wrote Down in the Boondocks
some of his stuff was recorded?
in Dothan.
Studio One, Doraville, Georgia. Mr. Buddy
Doraville.
Bowie of Dothan, Alabama fame.
Wow.
They were tight. Yeah.
Games people play, all the games people play now, every night and every day now. Never meaning what they
They
say
did.
now, never say it.
Buddy produced. Buddy produced
Hey,
Cherry
listen,
Hill.
that's what I'm saying.
He produced Cherry Hill. Buddy did produce Cherry Hill Park for Billy Joe,
Billy Joe.
and I think Joe South wrote a bunch of stuff that Buddy produced.
He was smart. He was a smart guy. I didn't know he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
dead in 2012, but I like Joe. He was good.
Speaking of deaths, I got to point this out, and I'm serious about it. I had mentioned we had got talking not long ago about Mr. Roney of Gordon, Alabama fame as police chief down there, and I thought that Roney had already passed away. He actually passed away in the last week and was buried this past yesterday in a graveside service at the Church of Christ outside of Dothan. I'm trying to think of the name of, but
Gordon.
he
He got he
no
got
no
a.
no no. no. It's
He
another
wasn't
little
married to
community.
Gordon. He made them millions of dollars, man.
Oh, he was
They
a
should have
legend,
a
man. He was a
cemetery. They should
legend.
have a Arlington National Cemetery for policemen only. You know that's the only way they can pay the light bill in Gordon, Alabama for 50 years. Good Lord.
Hey,
Oh, this
Carl,
shit.
hey, Carl Cressman, with some pontificated wisdom, said that he wrote Poke Salad Annie also.
That's right.
I don't doubt it.
I don't know,
Stroke that
but
pen. I don't
Floyd,
know.
did you see what your cousin said about the genders?
I didn't hear him.
He
I
said
can't I
God
ain't reading.
made two genders. Men go to a proctologist, and women go to a gynecologist, and everybody else need to go to a psychologist.
That's exactly. That's
Hey,
That's
exactly
good
right,
good
brother.
wisdom there.
Yeah.
that needs to be on a T-shirt right there.
That was the
Yeah, you could sell
nickname.
1 million of them, Marvin. Somebody,
That
somebody needs to start marketing that.
I didn't know this till I read his obituary up there on the top comment right there. It says Speed Buggy was Roney's nickname. I'd
Oh,
never heard that
I
I
never heard
hadn't
it
either,
either.
but I know one
until I
thing.
read the obituary. And then this, who's that? Wiregrass Mules.
Yeah,
Bob
But
he's too
Dowd.
old to
that
have
is
that weight. Yeah,
When
he
when
knows
you
the
left
drill.
when you left Miller County, when you crossed that Chattahoochee River, you slowed down. I can tell you
you
that
better.
much. You slowed down.
That's
Hey,
why
Big
they
I,
need to
that
rename. They need to rename Gordon Roneyville.
that
See,
some folks were commenting on Facebook about it the other day. One guy said, or a girl said, "Yeah, he wrote me my first ticket at running 2 miles an hour over the speed limit."
That's it.
He get you.
That's
hey,
phew.
big shout out to one of my favorite all-time high school teachers, Miss Jan Calhoun, for being the winner tonight of the trivia time.
Y'all know that's
Yes, she
Rojo's sister. Y'all know that.
she was
That's
scared to
right.
teach
Rojo's
me.
sister, older. She's about 3 days older than Rojo, I think.
She had a chance to teach me, and she wouldn't do it. She
Was
wouldn't
she,
teach me.
she was she light you up, Marvin? Did she ever lit you up?
No, she
You
loved me.
you were nice.
She loved me.
Marvin was a con. He was a con artist.
Oh, he was.
He
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
never do
yeah,
nothing wrong. You
yeah.
can just
Hey,
imagine
I
that.
ain't done nothing. You know, you see him on. I ain't did
Mm.
nothing. I ain't did
Hey,
nothing. That's Marvin.
we always
And
had
if
a
you know,
Miss Jan. If you come in and her hair was done up and she had a pin sticking behind that hair, she was in a bad mood. You better leave her alone.
All right, Marvin, I got a question. One more question for you, and I'm asking this question because we consider you a connoisseur of roadside establishments for food
Yes,
and
sir.
Slurpees all across America.
Yes,
We
sir.
got another. We got another. If we didn't have enough already, we've got another hamburger joint coming to Dothan, Alabama.
Is it Freddy's?
Yes.
I bet.
Tell us.
Yes, sir. I had done seen. See, you get you forget. I hone in on stuff like that.
Well, that's why I asked the question because I knew you'd know all about it. Tell me about it.
Let me elaborate. Let me pontificate. They have the absolute best frozen custard, I believe, in 12 countries. It is
Is that that
12
stuff I took you and your cousin to get down there in
that's
Florida?
it right there. You took us to Freddy's to get the world famous. Man, I will put me a tent out there and camp.
I figured you'd be there.
That
Man,
ain't nothing but it ain't nothing but ice cream with a.
you ever see custard, frozen custard and ice cream? Custard's got a little more butter fat in it. It's like made with a Jersey cow milk rather than a Holstein cow. It's got a little bit heavier butter fat in it, and it just accentuates that taste onto your taste buds.
I don't know, but I know this. When you and John Edward, by the time y'all got through eating them half-gallon things of ice cream y'all had, there was more ice cream on the table and the floor than it was in y'all's belly. I know that much.
Well, I have just proven something to all the different denominations of religious organizations that watch us. We know a Baptist preacher knows more than about fried chicken. All you got to do is ask Marvin, and he will show you how diverse he is. It says Freddy's Custards and Steakhouse Burgers.
Yeah, I ain't worried about no burgers. I ain't worried about no burger. I'll eat one there, but I go there for the custard.
He ain't
Okay.
lying about that because we was in Sarasota, Florida, down there to look at a fire truck, and so we went to eat somewhere else. They done spotted that sign, they did, but they wanted to go somewhere else and eat. Then they come back in there and wanted to eat some custard, and I didn't eat none because it looked too much like ice cream to me, and I had to eat some fish, and I ain't eating fish and ice cream at the same time. It'd kill you.
Yeah.
I didn't do it, but they ate. I didn't eat none. I ain't never ate none, and I ain't gonna
Right
do
there,
it.
Jan Sizemore knows what I'm talking about. Freddy's is the bomb, man. I'm talking about, man, that you start eating that custard to make your tongue beat your brains out. I mean, it is good stuff.
They got
Do
to
you
cook that
like it
deal.
as much as you like Red Row mullet row?
Now, here's what I'd like to do: get me 4 sets of mullet roll, and then go get me a 44-ounce milkshake from Freddy's. Now, that would be the
He
creme
be
de la
Yeah.
sopping that fish
Lord
roll
have
in there.
mercy. What about some?
Well, you
What
know,
about some chicken gizzards in between?
Yeah.
You need something to stabilize all that with. See,
yeah,
them gizzards, that'd be your bonding agent in there. So otherwise,
they didn't bond
straight
nothing, Floyd.
through.
I think they loosened something. I don't think they bonded nothing that day. But I mean, he ate 4 bowls of them.
Hey, but yeah,
Yeah,
hey,
these little
yes,
the
sir.
little
I will be a frequent flyer at Freddy's
wait,
once it opens.
But you know, Marvin says that mullet row won't mess with you as long as you don't eat 2 row of the same set. He said you need to get if you get a row out of this set and a row out of that set, you can eat as many as you want. It won't mess with you. That's what Marvin
No.
says.
Hey, I believe him. He's a mullet expert. He's a mullet roll
Yeah.
expert.
Only egg I'm
Well,
gonna eat come out of chicken. I
yeah.
ain't fooling with no. I don't know fish eggs. Mm-mm.
Nothing no better than a piece of yellow roll and about a half a bottle of cane syrup.
That's it. You got it now. That's what they. I've
mm-mm-mm.
seen folks do that, and they look like they having a good time. It's like folks eating chitlins. Them folks always look like they having a big time eating chitlins. I don't understand that. But they having a big time. They get they got a Indian Patel Indian store here in Carver. Here's one thing let me tell you that I would not trust. I would not trust an Indian store selling chitlins. If I want to go to a chitlin store, I want to go to Annie Ruth's or Pearly Mae's chitlin outlet. I don't want to go to Patel's chitlins and rice.
Oh,
You okay, boy?
Ain't no telling what kind of chitlins you eating, Floyd, if you go there.
I ain't want no chitlin. I ain't gonna eat no chitlin no how. But I ain't
Uh-uh.
going to tell
Ooh.
Sure
I've
ain't
chitlin
gonna
been
eat.
there before. I've been there
chitlin
before.
buffet. I
If you
won't go.
don't
I
smell them
won't go to
cooking, they
Pearly
ain't too
Mays
bad.
chitlin
Got some
buffet.
hot sauce. Put
Yeah,
some
some
hot
hot.
sauce
Get
on them.
out
I've
of get
been.
hot sauce and something else. Now you show up, they're gonna need you a bonding agent with them things.
I've had them.
Some hoop
Have you ever
cheese.
seen? Have you ever seen Marvin eating the mullet roll and the cane syrup?
Yeah, I've seen it. And mustard too. He likes mustard.
Yeah,
Yellow
and you
mustard,
know
American
he'll
mustard,
take it.
yellow mustard
He'll
on here.
he'll pour that plate full of cane syrup out, and he'll take that mullet roll and he'll drag it from one end. He don't stop in the middle. He drags it all the way through that whole plate, gets it up there, and it goes to dripping and everything. And then when you get through, whoever's house he's at, you got to call Stanley Steamer to come clean out from under around the table when he gets through. But he enjoys it now. I'm telling you
Oh
what, it's
yeah.
good.
I love to see people eat. I love to people see people
Yeah.
enjoy eating, and that's one thing about old folks. They anyway. We talk about our parents, our mothers, especially how much they enjoyed cooking I know I'm talking over some of y'all's head right now. It's going like that right there, but some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. How much they enjoyed cooking for their family and for their friends. They totally loved it, enjoyed it, and they didn't want to see nothing left. They want to see your plate clean. And here, get you. Caitlin's mama was one of she could cook cakes, pies, whatever you need, cook anything. But she said, get you another piece of cake now. Make sure y'all get you another piece of that coconut pie with that meringue on it. About
Mm.
that high, I'm talking about, and
I,
lemon pie, meringue about that high on it. And
mm,
look,
My
right
mm,
there,
mm.
she didn't have no island, no island, Cook Island and all this kind of stuff. She had her stove, and refrigerator, and a sink, and that was about it. And just like my mama was, but man, they loved it.
hey, my wife in there right
That
now.
was
She cooking two cakes. Somebody done something nice for her, and
mhm.
to instead of to thank them, she's in there baking them up. Let's see, what did she say? A carrot cake and a apple
Mm,
cake. Getting
mm,
it ready,
mm,
gonna
mm.
take it to him tomorrow.
Especially
And
I'll
if they
take the
cook
she,
it up right.
carrot. If them
hey,
folks don't like the carrot cake, I'll take it off her hands. I
well,
just,
there ain't nothing that she loves no more than cooking for people and giving it to people. That's what she loved to do. That's her favorite thing in the world to do.
What is
it's
it,
a
So
Flo?
gift.
You said she the only person that could fry a dish rag and make it taste good.
Fried dish
You
rag
better
make it.
know it.
I mean, it'd be delicious. But I'm telling you what, that's that was. I grew up in the best era that anybody could ever have grown up in the United States of America, and in the best place. And all four of us grew up in the
yeah,
best places that anybody could have grown up with in the United States of America. Because we didn't have to have no burglar alarm on the house. We had a
No.
we had a burglar alarm, and it was a 16 gauge single shotgun leaning up in the corner of the bedroom in there. That was the burglar alarm. It had that. And had a 38 pistol, several places where you had a 38 or a 22 pistol that you could get your hands on. But we had it made, man. I'm telling you, didn't have no
yep.
money. Oh no, didn't have no money. We had everything money couldn't buy. That's the way I look at it.
That's right. But
Hey, quick,
we was happy.
speaking about firearms, tell them about our friends.
Well, Floyd just talked about you didn't have to lock the door. You didn't have to do it. Well, we live in a time now where you have to lock the door. And I think it's the craziest thing in the world that you got to, when you get out of your vehicle, when you pull it in the yard, that you got to lock it. But that's what you got to do. And we live in a time where we have to protect ourselves and protect our families. And the Holster 9 has got everything you need for your personal protection. They got any kind of long gun you might want. They got all sorts of pistols, from them big ones with a long barrel to them little old bitty concealed ones you can stick in your breeches and put in your pocket and carry with you wherever you go. Uh, I tell you, it ain't a bad idea to do that, because you don't never know when you might need it. They got ammunition for all that any kind of thing you want. I had a fella tell me today they got a shotgun out there that's designed for home defense. it will shoot some double-aught buckshot. Got a handle on it and holds a bunch of double-aught buckshot. So if you need to protect your family and your home, that's the place you need to be. Uh, Turkey season coming up pretty quick. They got all the turkey guns, all the ammunition, anything you need for the turkey hunting. They got it. Right next door. It's getting close, farmers. It's getting close to time to start breaking some ground and getting things going. They got all your farm lubricants, all your greases, your oil. Got to get them tractors serviced up. They got everything you need. Vehicle oil filters, grease, anything you need for your vehicle. They got all them accessories for your trucks. They got two boxes and all that fancy stuff you dress that truck up with. Ladies, they got a gift shop there where you can buy some gifts, and they are the home of the world-renowned Floyd B. Lloyd Rabbit Pellet Grills. They are exclusively in Colquitt, the Rabbit Pellet Grill dealer, and they got all different flavors of rabbit pellets you need to put in them grills. Go see them, give them a call. They on 27, about I don't know, maybe a mile off the square, right under them two big old beautiful American flags. The Holstered 9. It's quiet. What's wrong?
What else you got, Mark?
I got just had a viewer send in something. Y'all, I
All right.
gotta y'all gotta talk. Just talk. I know y'all can do that. I know you find it hard sometimes, but if you don't mind, talk for just a minute.
Talk.
What you want
Listen
to
to
talk about,
him.
Mark? Anything special we need to talk about? Any subject, anything? Y'all let Marvin go ahead and tend to his business there. I want to bring something up. I was going to do this in my closing segment tonight, but I'm going to bring something up about. Everybody's aware of what happened with the helicopter running into the airplane and everybody getting killed and all that. One of the most important agencies in the United States of America is the FAA. That's the Federal Aviation Association or whatever they call it. FAA. It has to do with flying an airplane. Well, guess who was in charge? And the Department of Transportation. So guess who was in charge of the Department of Transportation until last Monday in the United
Mayor
States?
Pete.
That was
Mayor
Pete.
Pete.
Buttigieg. That was Buttigieg. Pete, a man who is married to another man who they have fathered two. They ain't mothered them, but they fathered children. They've adopted two children. And Buttigieg, he had to take off 6 weeks, not long after he got anointed there to that job, so he could have maternity leave. So I guess he's the birthing father of this deal. But I mean, you have to. That's the only way you can speak in terms like that, so they can understand what you're talking about. But this deal that happened out there, the FAA and Federal Aviation Authority hiring policy under Pete Buttigieg and Joe Biden. FAA states that people with severe disabilities are the most underrepresented segment of the workforce, especially air traffic controllers. Now, on an airplane, I want whoever's in that booth up there to be fully competent and can fully manipulate all of their limbs and extremities and voice and hearing and sight. That's what I want. I want somebody looking and knowing what's going on. Be vigilant of the surroundings. All right. FAA says people with severe disabilities are the most underrepresented segment of the workforce, especially air traffic controllers. Targeting disabilities are now these are people that have a disability or in this what I'm fixing to tell you going to be air traffic controllers. Hearing. We don't need an air controller that can hear, vision. We don't need an air traffic controller that can see. Epilepsy. That's one of the ones they're encouraging air traffic controllers that have epilepsy to apply to be an air traffic controller. And dwarfism. So now they've got the dwarfs involved in this. Now, what is all that? That gives you a complete idea right there, an explanation of how stupid and incompetent the Joe Biden administration was. We want an air traffic controller that can't see, he can't hear, he might pass out at any minute, and he's so short he can't even jump up on the stool so he can see what's going on. Now that tells you that's a profound explanation of the Joe Biden administration.
And
Yeah.
to top it all off, it was reported about 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, there was supposed to be two air traffic controllers in the booth, if you will. There was only one.
Well, the
And
main
this ain't no easy airport to fly
uh,
into.
Reagan.
It's a you have to bank it. You have to come in there at an angle. Plus, you've got all the lights right there, Washington and everything. There's so many distractions, and I would think they should probably think well over again about having helicopter training at a facility like that where commercial air traffic is in and out all the time.
You got military bases all over the world, all over the country. They can do that kind of training. They don't
Got
need
them
that.
down here, boys.
Oh,
Got
down
them
there,
all
yeah,
around
yeah,
us.
yeah. We can't go to Fort Rooker because there ain't no such thing as Fort Rooker no more. It's Fort something else. Or Fort
Are you,
Benning, you can't do that. It's something else.
Charlie? Y'all gonna petition them to change the name back to Fort Rucker from whatever it is now?
I hope they do because the other day when Pete was making one of his I think it's his first little battle with the news media. They questioned about something. He said Fort Benning and Fort Bragg, all the stuff had been changed. He was using the old names. I said maybe that's a sign of things to
Like,
come.
I like.
Amen, man. Amen. I'm telling you.
Hey,
We was in Ozark, Alabama the other day, and they had a big mural. Ozark, Alabama. You get no telling the millions of dollars that Fort Rucker has poured into the city of Ozark, Alabama. Fort Noma or something like that. I don't even know what they call it.
Nova Sale.
Nova Sale, Fort Nova Sale. That makes no sense. Period. That's like having me
Mm.
at Fort Buttigieg. You know,
Y'all,
I don't. Hey, if they'd have stayed in power, it would have happened. I promise you.
Hey,
But anyway, that was good.
Ronnie Shiver sent this in. He was partaking of that a little while ago.
whoa!
It's
Mm.
Loretta Kitchens in Iron City, Georgia. I can't even count the number of layers.
Who done that, Marvin?
It's Loretta Kitchens of Iron City, Georgia.
She got a store or a shop or something over there.
Oh, but Ronnie Shiver and he was over at Roger Cook's and they was partaking. So I'm assuming when it started out, it was a whole cake, and you see ain't the half of it left.
Mm.
I've always loved them 14 layer cakes like that. But my eyes ain't good. Got a cataract needs working on. But I think there's at least 20 layers in that
I
deal.
counted the best I could count. I counted 20 layers.
Good.
I was at 20 or 21,
He just
Queasel.
he just texted and said it was 18 layers.
Uh
Never
oh.
seen nothing like that in my life. Never seen nothing like
I'll
that.
take one to go, please.
And that chocolate frosting, that chocolate icing on there is
That's real.
showed up. That's world class right there.
That is real.
Real deal.
That's world class.
All right, Floyd, tell them.
Oh man, yeah, TK's Bar and Grill, one of the best places you want to find something good to eat in Concord, Georgia. There's your place right there. Good hometown folks, country folks, farm folks on that deal right there, and you won't go wrong. I was in there last night. We got our catfish fillet in there, and Queasel, he's testifying about blackened the catfish fillet.
Man, yeah.
In there. So you get whatever you want. They'll fix it like you want it, and they bring it out there to your table, put it down there in front of you, and you're gonna be glad you came. TK's Bar and Grill, Colquitt, Georgia, 229-254-7850. Go in there and check them out if you want some good home cooking for lunch or for supper. You want you a good place to take your girlfriend or your wife or your family. Y'all go in there. TK's Bar and Grill, going out of Colquitt, Georgia on Highway 45 North, like you're going to Damascus. Right as you're getting out of Colquitt, Georgia, look on your left and you'll see that building right there. Check them out. They're good friends of ours. They're good sponsors of ours, and we believe in them. If we didn't believe in them, we wouldn't tell you.
Hey guys, TC Berryhill, he's our friend, he's our confidant, he is our sponsor in exclusivity and perpetuity of Floyd's list of impossibilities and more. You can check him out online at www.berryhillauctioneers.com. All over the great United States of America, world famous Mr. T.C. Berryhill.
Y'all know how they rounding up all them illegal aliens, man. They snatching them off the street and getting them out of Chicago and New York. They load them up and they haul them off. And and I want to reach out to all you folks in Martha's Vineyard and all you bleeding heart liberals out there. I want to share something with you. I feel you. I feel your pain, if you will. That's what Bill Clinton said one time. He feels your pain. But I feel your pain. Oh man, it's just horrible that they, snatching rapists and murderers and child molesters and child sexual predators. It's just awful that they're taking them off the street, sending them back, to where they come from. I'm gonna give you some tips here. If you are an illegal alien, how to avoid being deported. Number one, go back to where you come from.
That's a good one.
So just walk up. If you see old Bulldog Tom Holman or somebody, or you see an ICE agent, say, "Look here, my name is Julio Gonzalez. I'm from Venezuela. I want to go home. Can you put me on the plane?" That's all you got to do, and they will give you a free plane ride back to where you come from. That's number one. Number two, if you are an MS-13 gang member, if you don't want to be deported, get the tattoos off your face and off your arm and everything. You'll make it an extra day or two. And number three, get Selena Gomez to hide you in her house if you don't want to be deported. And I know a bunch of you, dog, we ain't got no bunch of liberals. We ain't got no bunch of lunatic liberals watching us. But if you are one, and if you're listening to the sound of my voice, Selena Gomez wasn't no more squalling than I am right now. She got a yellow onion and she crushed it all up. She rubbed that onion juice. And that's one of the oldest tricks in the book, man. We had a lawyer in Albany, Georgia called Taxi Smith. He originated that. Taxi. He'd get him a handkerchief and he'd crush him up a bunch of onion in it. He put that pocket handkerchief down all in his pocket down there. And when he got before the jury, presenting his case to the jury about the defendant who had probably stole 14 loads of hogs and sold them, he's defending him as the victim. He'd get that old pocket handkerchief, he rub it all in his eyes and everything. He'd go to squalling. All them tears would go to rolling down like that. He'd be rolling. And then he's talking about the man he had a family, he had 7 young ones he had to feed and he ain't told no how. Same thing with Selena Gomez. She was rubbing her eyes. She kept rubbing her eyes. If y'all notice, she kept doing her eyes like that. Nobody cries like that, y'all. Nobody. If y'all want to see somebody crying, it's a commercial on TV, and it's that big black guy that's crying about his child. St. Jude's Hospital has saved her life, and how that is crying.
There you go.
Listen to me now, liberals. Listen to me, all you Democrats out there. Y'all always want to jump on the wagon, That's crying when you see that black man with them tears rolling out of his eyes and falling down on him in his lap. That's crying. Selena Gomez wasn't no more crying than I am, rubbing all that old onion. She's an actress. She can do anything. But I just want to leave that with y'all, if you will, if any of you liberal leftist Democrats, any retired school teachers out there, anybody that might be. If you want to call in, we'll talk about it. All right, impossibility that a man wearing a dress and pretending to be a woman will ever be anything other than a dangerous fool. Impossibility that during the past 40 years that Bill Clinton has seen Hillary naked. Impossibility that any group of people could be more stupid, arrogant, corrupt, and sanctimonious than United States Democrat senators. And it's still an impossibility that Joe Biden can go 4 hours without having a bowel evacuation in his depends.
Mm, mm, mm.
Thank you, Kelly's. Whoo, Kelly's crop insurance. They're not Johnny come lately. They've been in it since 1994. 1994, serving the Wiregrass area with quality crop insurance for producers all over the Wiregrass, all over the tri-state area. Check them out. We appreciate them. They help us every week. Kelly Crop Insurance, Colquitt, Georgia, serving the area since 1994. Hey, I think if I'm not mistaken, if you take what was a low tonight was a week ago, boys, we'll be at a 60-degree swing in temperatures from today to what it was a week ago tonight, or maybe more.
Maybe.
But look at the springtime is coming our way now. I want to got of course a great chance of rain. Most of that's going to be coming in during the afternoon hours tomorrow. That's when you'll probably see most of it hit our areas tomorrow afternoon and go into tomorrow night. Look at that, 76 degrees, and look at the rest of the time period as far as the forecast goes, all the way through next Thursday, up to
Mm.
near 80 degrees.
I like it.
Uh,
The brim's gonna be bedding. The bass is
Mm.
gonna be bedding. The fish ain't gonna know what to do. By the way, I'll say this in a minute, but we got a good weather forecast, wide open weather, spring-like temperatures, and I think all of us will be glad to say goodbye to the once in a lifetime snow event. I'm glad it is over. Uh, a lot of things going on. I want to say this. That weather situation, it's big swings. One thing you might want to think about with that is you get up there around 75, 79 degrees when the front comes through after it's warm for a few weeks or days, we could see some bad weather early in the season. It's probable any time around here, but you get those warm temperatures like that after a cold spell, anything could happen. Do want folks to be thinking about the families who've lost loved ones in disaster in Washington, D.C. Think about those families when they calls they've got to tell them what was going on. And also, when you're thinking about them, really, really pray for all your first responders. I can't imagine what it would be like having to go out and do what those folks are doing. It's something that they'll remember, unfortunately, the rest of their lives. So pray for them, pray for this nation. We love y'all, appreciate y'all being with us on Thursday nights. And with that, I'll let you have it, Quazy.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you. You hit on what I wanted to say. You hit it. First off, them folks, that's a bad situation. There's lives that was shook yesterday that will never be the same last night.
No,
As I saw some of the stories unfold today about some of those those young people on the plane, and I know I saw one on a young mother that was on the plane, and some children that was on the plane. Their life has been shook, and it'll be shook from now on. But we need to lift them up and pray for them. That's a tragic, just a tragic event, and it's terrible. But God is bigger than all of that, and He can handle that. But Charlie, you are so right about those first responders. As I watched that unfold last night, I saw all those lights lining the bank there and on the airport, and I've flown into that airport several times uh, back earlier in my fire chiefing career, and like you said, that's a tough airport to come into. They having to hit the brakes before the wheels ever hit the ground because the runways is just short. But I saw those first responders out there in I think they said the water last night was it 34, 38 degrees. You ain't lasted long like that, and them they're out there swimming, thinking they was, hoping to find somebody, but the mental trauma. People
Mm.
don't ever think about that. The mental trauma that those men and women have got to go through and have already went through, uh, uh, recovering. Recovery is always tough. Y'all pray for them. Lift them up. Next time you see a first responder of any type or a member of the service, uh, tell them thank you. It don't take but a minute just to say, hey, I appreciate what you do. And it goes way further than you ever think it would. I promise you. I love y'all. Love spending time with you. Our favorite thing to do is to get together each week, and it means so much to us for us to know that you trust us enough to let us come into your home, and we don't take it lightly, and we
No.
appreciate it. Hope everybody just lift up the folks that's hurting, and I just it's man, like I said, life has changed forever. Floyd.
Thank you, baby. Exercise your Second Amendment rights at all times, day or night, wherever you are. Make sure you have access to your Second Amendment rights that you can defend yourself and your family. Be vigilant of your surroundings. Know what's going on around you. Look at the people that are around you. Look at the place that wherever you are, what kind of people are there. Make sure that you are vigilant of your surroundings and
Yes.
surround yourself with like-minded people, people who think like you do, who who got the same thought process that you have. Surround yourself with as many of those people as you can. And tonight, when you lay down and go to sleep, put your head on that pillow, start thanking the good Lord above, God above, for what He's done for you today. And you'll go to sleep and you'll still be thanking. Good night, y'all. Enjoy it.
Hey guys, we love you, appreciate you. Every Thursday night, we look forward to and you inviting us into your homes or wherever you are, that we can be a part of your Thursday evening. Big shout out to Shingler Loss, Sowega Meat Company, Ziggy B's Seafood Market, Holstered 9 and Phillips Auto Parts, TK's Bar and Grill, Southern Hissy Fits, Bear Hill Auctioneers, and Kelly Crop Insurance, our fine sponsors here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. You know what? I'm going to Sundays come and go to church if it's where you can. Give the Lord his due. Our scripture tonight comes from the book of Proverbs, and it says, many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. God loves you. God died on the cross for you. If you don't know anything else, know that God died for you. And John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Everlasting life.
Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. We'll be right back here, same place, same time next week for more Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. But until then, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, no matter who you do it with, always be
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 particular.
particular.
y'all.
Good night,
See
y'all.
you.
Good night.